greatest of the greatest. A podcast that you never knew you needed. With interviews from people you have never met, or maybe you have once or twice. Asking questions and knowing more than you want to know about them. You are listening to Full Buddy Cast.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We've got another episode of Full Buddy Cast. I tell you what, it's technical difficulties after technical difficulties. You just learn something new every day, and it's just ridiculous. But we're going to power through. I was going to do this whole elaborate, hey, why do we have this guest on today? You know, it's going to be an old Full Buddy Cast throwback to he's got an ailment, and I got to figure it out. But you know what? You got to be decisive when you're editing, and I'm doing this right now. We're just going to jump right into the interview.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Ooh, who's that voice? What's that voice right there? Who am I sitting with right now?
Andy Cardenas.
Andy Cardenas.
The one and only.
The one and only. Andy, if people don't know who you are, brief description of what they may know you from, possibly.
Possibly from Mazatlan Restaurant.
Mazatlan Restaurant.
Yes.
Absolutely. Locally here in town. What's the address?
951 Roosevelt Avenue.
Nice. Right down by Gamblin' Motors, by the car wash. If you got that, you went too far if you've gone there.
Yes.
Right before that.
Right before Gamblin'.
Yeah.
Right next to it.
And not the Gamblin' car wash. I'm talking about the pink
true.
elephant,
That's
whatever
true.
it is next door. Well, right on. Well, it's good to have you here, Andy.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for a long time.
Couple of years, actually.
Yes,
Hey,
I think so.
you should be on. Hey, I want to be on.
Yeah, let's do it.
But
I don't know, for one reason or another.
Just busy. And I've been frequenting Mazatlan a lot more because we got that Hollenbeck chalupa out there, which is delicious. And anyway, it's good to see you.
Yeah, we were
talking
talking about possibly bringing on your dish.
Hey, the carne asada.
Yeah.
the Kenny. I was thinking about it. The Kenny Arsada.
No, we said the TK.
Oh, the TKO.
TKO.
Oh, the TKO.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
I like it. No, because that's the best-selling dish. I just wanted it just so I could be immediately number one.
For sure. You'll be Joey.
Every week.
Every week.
Every day. Dude, did you see how jealous he got? You see where he's like, hey, I've been doing this since I was 8 years old. I finally got mine. I get mine, and what? And you just waltz right in and da 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 da.
Yeah, he said. Hey. What did he say? It's overrated or over? What was his exact words?
He is. He is who he is.
He's
He is who he is.
He is.
By the way, shout out to Maria Teresa Iniguez. I can't say it.
Iniguez, yeah.
And it was Maria Trujillo.
Trujillo, yes.
And she says, "Oh boy." Because the picture, you're flossing right there in that picture. This should be interesting.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think I remember her.
Yeah, a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
a lot of pressure right now. So super excited to have you on. What we're gonna do is we are going to just get a quick update because a lot of people that listen to Full Buddy Cast, you see people on Facebook. You see what's going on. They might post a video. I know you went live the other day, and they might hear the voice and this and that. But there's that doesn't really fill in the gaps. Like what happened after high school? Like how did you get to where you're at right now? So let's just take some brief time real quick and catch us all up.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like right after high school, I just was working in the family business, and then I jumped around from different Mazatlans. I worked in South Hill, Mazatlan for a little while. Mm-hmm. Then I helped out in other ones. I can't remember right now off the top of my head, but every time I left somewhere and when I came back to Enumclaw, I was always really glad to come back to Enumclaw just because of the people. I don't know, it's because if I know all the people here.
Right, a little more familiarity.
Or I don't know, or maybe we're just more polished, or I don't know the exact word.
Yeah. If there's one thing about Enumclaw, we're polished.
We're polished. Oh, yeah. That is true.
There's some polished people out here in Enumclaw.
Yes, we're sophisticated.
Super sophisticated. Well, man, you were over there in, you said South Hill?
I was in Bonnie
over?
Lake. I was in Bonnie Lake.
Okay.
I opened up, I started a new restaurant in Bonnie Lake. And
what was it called?
Andre's.
Now, but you go by
Andy.
But it's spelled Andre, right?
No, it's actually Andres.
Andres.
Yeah, and my dad, I'm Junior, and my dad
okay.
is Andres. So everybody just in my house, everybody called me Andy
To kind of make it a little more
differential.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
And so we went there. It was 2008 when the economy tanked.
Perfect time.
Yeah, perfect time. So it was pretty tough. And then I wanted to go kind of a little bit higher end.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it ended up being a little too nice.
Too nice
for Bonnie Lake.
Okay, so they're not Enumclaw enough.
They're not enough.
They're not sophisticated.
Well, actually, because of Lake Taps.
Yeah,
but Lake Taps is a small compared to Bonnie Lake.
You're right. So where was it located? Where was Andres?
It was next to. Oh, it was in the old Mazatlan.
Oh, the old Mazatlan, like heading into Bonnie Lake.
Yes, heading into Bonnie Lake
on the left hand side, kind of thing.
Correct. Yes.
Nice. Is that still a Mazatlan?
No, because they moved it down. They moved it like a little bit past the way.
Gotcha.
Or
I
down
think
the street.
I've gone there a couple times. I remember one. I think Aaron Mayer was celebrating like his 30th or 25th, maybe his 25th birthday. That's about probably around the time. I don't know, but anyway, I kind of
was he in your class?
No, he was a year after or before me.
Before you.
Yeah. Yeah, so I graduated in 2000. I think he was 99. Were you 98 or 97?
98.
98. So you're with Joey.
Yeah, Joey's in my class, or we were in the same class.
Right.
Was
Sean McDonald?
Sean McDonald was in our class.
Who'd you used to run with back in high school?
Oh, I would rather not say.
Okay, we're not going to say names.
No,
okay.
Yeah.
No, snitches.
Snitches
get stitches.
Caesar.
So,
then,
anyone you still hang out with?
No, not really. I don't think so.
Just a working man now, husband, kids, and
well, I hang out with my brother and my sister a lot.
Which brother?
Poncho. I only have one brother.
Is he up in? I thought he was down in Cali for a bit. Maybe
no, that's Caesar.
Caesar's down. Adrian, I know that.
And Ruben. They're all in California.
And you were up in, and you've been up in, or is it Ponchito?
Ponchito, yeah, Poncho.
What? Yeah, what? Okay, and he's still up here.
Yeah, he's up in. He runs the one in South Hill.
Oh, okay.
Mazatlan, yeah.
Right on. All right.
And my sister, she was 99, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember your sister. I think she had a couple classes.
Adrian's class?
I was in Adrian's class when he was in class.
When he was in class. Was Maria in your class too?
Maria Trujillo was in my class. I think Ruben Hernandez. I don't know who else.
Ruben was. Yeah, he was in the same class.
Yeah, and then I think Panchito was about a year young. I think he was 9, or he was 2001. I want to say. I think he was like.
I don't remember
all those guys. So you got what do you got? 4 years on him?
My brother. No, he's 38.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm 41.
So you turned the big 40 when? Last year?
Last year.
All right. Well, I'm kind of interrupting you right now. So catch us up. So you're opening in Enumclaw. You're back in Enumclaw. What year were you back in Enumclaw running the show?
Actually, I wasn't really running when I came back to Enumclaw. I wasn't really running it. I was kind of just taking a break.
Yeah.
But I was still working there, and then I don't know. I think 2009. It was after 2010 because that's when I closed the doors over at the other place.
So 2010, you said?
Yeah, it was around there, 2010, I believe.
Okay, and that's when you started running it.
This restaurant?
Yeah.
Yes.
And go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I went there. It was like, when I had the other restaurant, I learned a lot of different things because it was an American restaurant. And for some reason, whenever you go to a Mexican restaurant, it's always like a Bible
with
menu items.
Menu items, yeah, it is. It's like 5 or 6 folds, and they're long. Yeah, they're long menus.
Yeah, and so I just scale the menu back, and sometimes, in a Mexican restaurant, less is more.
Yeah,
exactly. I believe so. Yeah, 100%. And there was, it makes your food better, I believe, and.
You get to focus on the few.
Focus, yeah.
Right. I think that's a John Taffer Bar Rescue thing.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you ever watched Bar Rescue.
I did
back in the day. Yeah, a couple years ago.
I don't know. I don't watch too much TV.
Right.
I just
busy,
and I have seen some of his shows, but I don't watch it too much.
That's too many videos. Shut it down.
Shut it down.
He's screaming it. And then let's go family. What's up with
when did I forgot when I got married. No,
I'll
I
cut
got
that
married
out.
in 2007. Yeah. Well, actually, my wife's listening. She doesn't understand, so she'll be all right. I'm just playing.
So where'd you meet her?
I met her in Mexico. Actually, we were young back. I think she was 15. I was 16. Because every summer, my parents would send me back to Mexico
To see some family and stuff like that?
To spend the summer up there.
Can you say where?
Yeah, it was a little town named Yutla.
Where's that kind of nearby?
It's in the state of Jalisco, and it's probably it's 2 hours or give or take far away from Guadalajara, which is a huge city.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Puerto Vallarta is probably 3.5 hours away. But
so I'm telling you, the weather change has got to be a little bit different when you're a kid and a teenager going back there.
oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, you're used to just rain and kind of cold. And
Well,
then,
actually, down there in July is
Yeah.
a rainy.
oh, it is.
Yeah, it's
is
a
it
rain
warm
season.
rain or is it?
It's warm rain.
yeah, a little bit
Yeah.
more enjoyable.
Yeah. It's a little muggy, but it's all good.
So when you're a kid, you're like, all right, it's summertime. Finally, gonna see some sun. And then you go down there and it's the rainy season.
Oh, actually, when I was a kid, every single summer they would send me down there. My parents, I think it was worse when I was little.
Yeah.
But I hated going to Mexico. I hated it just because no English cartoons.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
No, and then they don't have any like lawns out there. It's all like rock
Okay.
roads and
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you playing out in the road, you're
Yeah.
gonna fall and it's gonna hurt. But what was it? Oh, and they didn't have any. They had different kind of candy, but they didn't have any Snickers or anything when I was a kid down there.
So it was just, but was it like, it's like, because I've been down to Mexico a couple times for mission trips and this and that. Bakeries are absolutely, they're delicious. The bakeries, the fresh pastries every morning were just the most amazing things to taste.
Where were you at?
We went to Reynosa, and then I think that was over kind of more on the Texas border.
Oh yeah.
And then we went to not Puerto Vallarta. What's the other one that everyone goes to? The big party area.
Cancun?
No, it was kind of on
Cabo San Lucas?
could have been there. I can't remember. I honestly can't remember, but it was, just kind of go and hang out and mission trip it up as a kid,
For sure.
Kind of a thing. So, nothing too crazy, but I just do remember just visiting the bakeries, the local bakeries every morning just to get some fresh, just delicious, some sort. I don't even know what the pastry was. It was just sugary and absolutely delightful.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's about my Mexican my trips there that was it. So that was my extent. That's me bringing stuff to the table there. So that was pretty fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Cool.
It was fun.
Yeah.
So going back to how I met my wife is, well, she says that I met her before I actually met her, which I don't remember.
She remembers like you walking in, silhouette of you,
Yeah.
just glorious.
Yes.
The most manliest man she's ever seen in her
Yes.
entire life.
No, actually,
I
I don't know how to play. I don't know how to say this because, you said before this all started.
Right.
If you're going to say something you're going to regret,
Don't put it in.
don't say it.
Don't, because I don't want to edit it.
Yeah, you don't want to
Okay.
edit it. So, a lot of people, I'll say some kind of racist thing sometimes,
right.
but I'm doing it to ease people up because they're all like so
Like tight right now.
Yeah, they're all tight.
Right.
Just loosen up a little
Right.
bit.
Yes. I
So,
appreciate that.
I don't know. Sometimes I'll say something kind of racist, but it's just.
Now, is it racist towards any sort of race, or is it racist towards your own race? Or
I think it would probably be racist to my own race.
I think that's okay. More,
But,
maybe.
yeah.
I think I heard you say something the other day. In fact, now that you bring it up,
Oh,
you say-
about Joey?
did you
To
say
Joey?
I'm mexing it up?
Mexican?
Did you say that?
No, I never said that. You're
I
making
heard that.
You're
Okay, that's,
making it
that's
up.
my
You're making it up,
racist
yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
I was like, because I thought you were doing play on words, and I was like, what does that even mean? But then, but maybe it was just that you just saw me and Joey, and you were just like, these guys are the coolest guys I've ever seen.
Ever.
And you kind of got a little, and it's
Yeah,
understandable,
I
got a little
know.
tongue tied. And
Tongue-tied, yeah.
Okay, I get it. But hey, I'm just a regular man.
Well,
I put my mask on one ear at a time, just like you.
Well, some most Mexicans will refer me as a coconut.
Why is that?
It's because I'm brown on the outside, white on the inside. No, so, it's like, talking about Mexicans. And I was born in America.
Yeah.
When Mexicans, they say, oh, I want to go back home to find myself a good girl. But then, again, these girls in Mexico, they have boyfriends down there that they break up with so they can be with
the
dollars.
Wow.
And so these Mexican guys absolutely hate you.
Yeah. It's like someone who's, got the high school girlfriend, right? And they're in high school.
Yeah.
But then the college guy comes back to town and, it's the college guy.
Yeah. The college guy.
And now all of a sudden you're like, that high school kid's getting broken up with because now the college boy's showing a lot of interest.
Yes.
So, okay. So then these guys want to fight you or anything? These guys,
no, not really. They never...
They hated you.
They hated you. They never told you that, but you know that they
did
behind their back or whatever.
Did she break up with the dude for you?
No, I don't know. Oh, actually, she was. I met her in this cafe type place where all the
pastries were delicious.
Delicious, and that's where all the kids hung out.
Uh-huh.
And for some reason, I think her friends and my friends were sitting at a table, and I ended up getting to sit next to her.
Why? Wow.
But
were you nervous a little bit?
Why? That's the first time I ever met her.
Were you nervous when you met her?
Oh, yeah. I was super nervous.
Sweating?
But, yeah. Well, talking to her a little bit, I knew she was a good girl, so I don't know that. I know that I didn't want to date her back then because...
You were a bad boy.
No, I wasn't a bad boy. It wasn't... I just thought it wasn't going to go anywhere at the moment, so I was like, okay, well...
it's just going to say hi. Introduce myself.
Yeah.
So then, how did you go from just saying hi at a table to
we were really good friends for a long
pen pal call each other? Like how did you?
No, not really. I don't know. Back in the day, because I always joke around with my wife now that remember when we were started dating, we were emailing. And now you can FaceTime.
Right. Just imagine that.
Imagine that.
Back then. Yep.
Yeah.
So she becomes your bride. How?
Oh, so that was when we were like 15, 16. She ended up going to college to the city, so I didn't see her for 4 or 5 years. And then one day she came back to her town, and we were walking down the street. I was walking down the street. She was walking down, and I ended up running into her. And then, I don't know, I think a year or 2 years after
Randomly?
Randomly.
Wow. So you guys have been emailing a little bit?
No, never emailed.
Okay.
That was started after we...
Okay.
After that.
Gotcha. So how old was that? How old were you when
that happened?
You ran into her again, start emailing her?
I don't know. I was probably like 25 or 26.
25. And were you dating back home? I'm like, here? Were you?
Here?
Yeah. Did you have any girlfriends around town?
Well, actually... My wife is the only girlfriend I've ever had.
Shut up. Okay.
No, I'm just joking. That's a joke.
I know. He didn't wink at me, guys. He didn't wink at me. We could brush over that.
Yeah.
So then you guys get married when? How old?
I was 30. I was
30 years old.
A little too young.
Yeah.
But
well, no, 30. I think that's a good age.
It's a good age.
It's a good age. And then kids?
Yeah, we have 2 kids.
How old are they?
My son is 9 and my daughter's 5.
Nice. Okay, so you guys went for it. Now I got a good friend that I can't mention his name on the podcast because he hates it, but he says that you've got the most cutest, most adorable kids ever.
I don't know. Well, I hope everybody thinks they're cute. The kids are the cutest. So for me, they're the cutest kids
just
ever.
Most adorable kids ever.
Well, and actually, the good thing is that my kids look like me.
Oh my gosh. So you're at Mazatlan, married. Where do you live? What's the address? Just kidding. Are you living in town? I live
actually right down the street from you.
Do you really?
Yeah.
On what side of the street?
The right side.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it was I was like, man, we were supposed to meet earlier, and then I was out in Federal Way in Auburn, and I texted you saying I was late. Then it was like 7:25 when I got home. Yeah. And then I'm like, I just
Googled my address,
and it was like literally 2-3 minutes away.
You could walk here.
I could walk here.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good. So you guys bought a house. When was that?
It was
Was it?
I bought it before I got married.
Okay, so you've had it through the depression, or not the recession.
Before the recession.
You probably lost a lot of money in it at first. You started freaking out. Did you buy it at the height? You like?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So did I. I think I don't know if you remember Corinne Wozniak, Belfield.
Yeah, for sure. She's
and then
a great friend.
Yeah, and then Amber. We have our own episode of the Premenopods, and we were talking about how we all bought houses like in 2007, 2008,
2006,
and then it just dropped as soon as we were all in it. So you bought a business. You got involved in a business.
Yeah.
And bought a house all at the same time. Your kids weren't born yet because you weren't married yet, but you were jumping in fully financially, just going for it.
Yeah.
And then the recession hits.
Mm-hmm.
So does that scare you with what we got going on right now based upon what you've been through? Did it scare you a bit in March and April and Feb when this started going down?
Not really. Just, I don't know. You know, Trump says it's the best economy he's ever built in history.
Right.
So I wasn't worried.
Yeah.
I believe in him.
You're, all right. Okay. So you're so are you, so that's what you, be honest. Like, you're being honest that's, you were like, hey, we can make this, 4 months of just kind of phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, we can make it kind of a thing?
There's, I don't know, it's kind of hard to say. It's just, when I kind of closed down partially.
Right.
And I was only open Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And that helped out a lot because I didn't have to have
a full staff
during the week.
And just power bill out the roof. I probably cut down on the power bill a little bit.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
And then everything else that you're using, cut
so
down. But then you got food scarcities. Are the food food prices kind of going up because everything is so scarce? So it's like about this. Does it kind of even out?
At one point, I even took a picture.
I saw
put
that
it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Where I should take a picture now so you could see the difference when I took a picture to right now where how full the bins are with meat.
So what you were used to is what you're going to show the picture of now. You can take a picture now. This is what I was used to.
Yeah.
And then the picture that you sent, shared like a couple months ago, that's what it was.
That's what it was. I mean, I think it was probably a couple pieces of pork, which is probably the least bought protein in America. And then I think I don't know, I think they had some frozen chicken, but I needed beef.
Yeah.
And that's what it was out. And sometimes I buy the carne asada, and that was one of the things that I learned from my old place is that you're trying to get by you're trying to pay the bills. So
right.
I was buying everything that I could find on sale.
And whatever on sale.
Back in 2008 or whatever
it was.
Yeah. And I kind of ended up hurting me that I was buying lesser quality food.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so now it's like I won't buy less.
So you're not hunting dogs and cats in the alleyway.
No, that's somewhere else.
So you're only doing the real deal stuff.
Yeah, I only buy
it's quality.
Quality, yeah, for sure. I like the quality.
Yeah.
And then I was like a case of carne asada was costing me around $500 when things were normal, and then when you couldn't find meat, it was almost $1,500 for the same case.
Wow.
Yeah. So prices came down a little bit. But.
Now we live in a cow town. We live in dairy community. We live in the livestock area, kind of.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Is there any? It's probably expensive just if you were to go like to the auction and just go, I'm going to get that beef cow right over there. I'm going to get that beef, and then I'm going to have some kid raise it for 4-H, and then at the end of the summer, it's mine. But that's probably too expensive. That's probably
I don't know. I think we've been kind of spoiled and been raised on
good
stuff.
Yeah.
And so I've had some house-made beef before, and I don't like it that much.
Yeah, I was actually talking to a farmer. It depends on how they're fed. It's like if they're grass-fed, they don't get that yellowish like fat. Like it's like that's the fat that we're used to. We're used to that just like tasty fat. And if they're grass-fed, and they're well exercised and all that, it's actually a not as tasty fat. So it's interesting how you might want to go, I'm going to go all natural, this and that, and then it's just not as good.
It's not that good.
Yeah, so maybe that's what you were having.
I don't know. It's kind of gamey, I think.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
that's I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I could talk food all day.
For sure. Me too.
I enjoy this. And so, but we're gonna get into the point where I'm gonna ask some questions. Okay.
All right.
So I threw this out there to a few people, and we're just gonna roll with it. Okay.
For sure.
So this is, you don't know these questions.
I don't know these questions.
You don't know anything that's coming at me or coming at you. By the way, Lauren Lilly says, "Love that dude." You got a shout out from.
She lives right down the street from me.
Does she?
Yeah.
And let's see all the people that like the picture so far. Butch Holman, Craig Bentley, Nick Selland, Maria Teresa Iniguez, Sean McDonald, Blanca Lamas. I don't even know. Is that how you say her last name? Yamas. And my brother Adam Kenny. Just a cool dude. All right, so let's jump into some of this. Corinne. Corinne had some things for you.
Oh, yeah.
So Corinne says, let's see, make sure I didn't delete it. Where's she at here? Hold on. Oh, okay, here we go. All right. So you can bring up his kid telling his class that he had COVID on April Fools.
Yeah, that's a true story.
So tell that story.
Well, I was in the morning making, helping getting ready for the day, helping make breakfast or coffee, whatever we have to do in the morning. And they have I think it's Google Classroom that they got on, and the kids can text each other or something. I don't know. And so he went in there saying that it was on April Fool's Day, saying that he had bad news, that my dad has the virus.
Oh, he said you had
I had the virus, and that I was in the hospital.
Oh, no. How old is your kid?
He's 9.
He's 9. Okay,
He's 9.
All right. So I've told some jokes in my time that were like not a good idea.
And actually, he showed it to me, and I thought it was funny. And before he pushed the button to send it, I seen it. I go, haha, that's funny.
Right. But then you didn't think he was actually going to send it, or?
No, I knew. I thought he was. Yeah, I knew he was going to send it.
Yeah, I guess it's funny. Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe his teacher's going to
not pass him now. Call CPS.
No, she's a great person, and she lives down the street from me too.
Everyone lives down the street.
Oh my gosh! I think my street only has 7 houses on it. But she sent me a email saying that it wasn't funny, and none of the kids or some of the kids and the parents didn't think it was funny. So I had to act like the bad parent. And,
like, hey, listen, there's some jokes you can't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's the story.
That's all right.
It was funny.
Stupid boy.
Oh, that goes way back. Corinne and I, we go, she's older than me.
Yeah, we all know. She's
she's
50.
Way older.
She's there.
Way older. No, actually, her birthday and my sister's birthday is on the same day.
Oh, okay.
Except she's a couple years
Wink.
older.
Wink on the couple.
And I don't know. I think something happened at the restaurant. My mom told her mom, and that I think it was Caesar and I, that we were stupid boys or something. And so it was always kind of one of those inside jokes. Oh, you stupid boy. Every time she sees me, she's like, not every time, but you stupid boy. And whenever I see her mom a lot.
Yeah.
And I say, where's your stupid girl at?
I think a lot of people ask her mom that.
Probably.
That's hilarious. Yeah, she says that your mom always says it. I got, let me jump into this one next. So, your cousin.
Which one?
Adrian. Now, Adrian's been on here, right?
He's been on here. How many times? Two times?
2 or 3 times. He was on recently. Well, I say recently. I think it was back in November, October. I think he was out here.
Yeah.
And Joey listened to it, and Joey was like, dude, Adrian, I couldn't stop listening to Adrian's. Adrian just knows, but Adrian just ran with it. You ask Adrian a question, and you just sit back, and it's like 10 minutes go by and he's still rambling. He's still got jokes for it. He's still telling stories. Oh yeah, and that reminds me of that other thing. And he talks about, oh dude, we got this other thing. And he's his own like entertaining guy, which is very impressive. He can roll with it. So he said, ask him just how cool I am. Like, how cool do you think Adrian is?
He's cool, like in a cold way.
Like was it spelled with a C or a K?
Oh, K.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, cool. Yeah, so, actually, I'd listened to his first podcast, and it was one of those things that would drive me nuts. And he always spells things with the K.
Right.
I'm just like, and I don't know. I always, whenever I talk to him, I would always forget
why.
Yeah. And we finally knew why.
You learned it, yeah, because it was the classic, the 1950s or whatever type of cars that used to spell with a K. He liked that. He's just into that. And went with it.
I'll tell a story about Adrian. He he came back, I think one of those times recently, and we were riding up to he's naturally he's an asshole. He's an asshole.
He's very good at it.
Yeah, he's very good at it. Yeah. The people, you gotta love him or hate him.
It's impressive how
I think most people love him.
Yeah, I think they do. He's a lovable asshole.
Yeah, he's a lovable asshole. And so we were riding back, or we were going to go see my brother up at where he lives up in Frederickson. And it was far. And he was telling me the story about some girl and how he had told her that she was fat and ugly, or so. I don't know. I don't know the exact story.
Wait, are we still talking about Corinne?
No. 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 So I think I misunderstood him and said I wanted to tell this girl that she was some nasty fat something. And I looked at him and I go, "You really told her that?" And I go, "No." He said, "No. Why would you think I would say that? Because you're an asshole. I believed you said that to this girl."
I know that's true. When we went to Mazatlan, when he was here, by the way, we walked by when him and I showed up to Mazatlan to eat one night, and I don't think you were there that night. But you guys had that all cut out, dug out right in front.
Oh yeah. Recently,
though. Side note, yeah. You got it all paved and it's all like raised and it looks gorgeous.
Yeah. It's been a long time coming, but actually that was it was supposed to be done last summer, and I had a good friend said he was going to do some of the work for me, and he kind of owed me a favor, and then
you couldn't get a hold of him type of thing?
Yeah, then I couldn't get a hold of him.
Yeah.
And so I was waiting for him, and all of a sudden it's like July 20th.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit.
This is last year?
This was last year.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, the summer's
gone. Yeah.
I know, but by the time I finish this, it's going to start raining.
Forget it. Yeah.
And so we, as soon as this whole COVID shit started, I was supposed to pour that week that everything got shut down.
Oh, no.
So I called the concrete guy. You know what? I don't want to pour anything.
Nothing. Yeah.
Because I don't know
if I have the funds and all that.
Or whatever. I had the money, but I didn't want to spend it on.
Especially when you got a staff and you got everything else. It's like not a frivolous thing, but it's like a growing thing that you're like, oh crud.
Yeah.
Got to halt this for the moment. Yeah.
Finally got it poured, but I don't know. There's still a lot of work to do to it.
Yeah. But it's going to be some outside seating. Is that what's going on?
Outside seating, yeah.
Nice.
It's going to be a fire pit.
Ooh.
It's going to be nice.
Nice. So we walk in, and I get whisked away, and I say whisked away in like the coolest term ever, because I felt like a VIP. I'm walking with Adrian. Adrian is already head to toe in like Dickies, and he already like kind of's got that look going, right? And it's who's the guy that usually works there? He's a little older. There's
a stocky guy, or
shorter guy.
Is he stocky or is he skinnier?
Stocky.
Stocky. Javier. His name's Javier.
Javier. He like says, "Hey, you got your booth over here." Like I felt like I was a VIP. I felt like I was just like, dude, I'm in the movies right now. Like this is like some mafia movie, and I'm going over here, and there's Brent Benatz over there. We're all eating chips and talking and chatting it up. And why am I wanted to brag about that for a moment. Oh yeah, But Adrian's he's telling these stories, especially talking to who he's kind of met up with in the meantime, like kind of said hi to here and there. So he's telling us stories. Oh, this person's still like this, and this person's like that, and like he would tell us stories where he's like, and then I said this, and I was the opposite of you. I was like, oh, you thought that, you didn't say that. And he's like, no, I said that.
Yeah, I said that.
And I'm like, what? So that was the opposite for you. So
yeah.
So,
no, I totally believe it. I mean,
he's certified asshole.
he is.
Yeah.
But no, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy. We like him.
Yeah.
He said, ask him about the after hours Mazatlan parties.
Who's that?
This is Adrian.
Adrian? Oh, I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I don't remember.
He used to throw.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
This is Andy doing the best he can to not have me edit.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So are true that he's did now. I don't know if I can ask that. I don't want to edit that out.
Go for it.
Well, he said back in the day that you used to sell liquor.
No, I didn't.
I didn't think so.
No.
See, I think he's just like putting stuff out there.
No, I didn't.
Because he's an instigator too.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that's what an asshole does. He just
Yeah.
instigates. Holly Graff. I don't know if you remember Holly, but Holly has been like she's recent. So I started that Enumclaw discussion board. I don't know. Are you on that?
Yeah,
thing?
I believe
okay,
so. Yeah.
Good. Awesome. Thank you for joining. We want to destroy Enumclaw community forum. So thank you. We need an army. So I need people. I appreciate you on that. Holly kind of heard about the podcast, heard about the chalupa, the Hollenbeck chalupa on the podcast. And so she went there and had it. In fact, she ordered it, brought it home. She paired wines with it with her and her buddy. And so she said, though, ask him why. And there's like 10 whys. Like, ask him why that friggin' bean burrito is so damn good.
Oh my God, it is. I don't know. You know, it's just some things are so simple in life, but they're the best things ever.
So it is. Is it a hot seller? Is it
No,
or
it's
is it?
not. I don't know. I don't think it's a hot.
Or is it
seller.
a sleeper? Like people
It's a
like
sleeper.
people kind of think like, oh,
For real,
bean.
yeah.
Okay, bean burrito. Well, we're gonna want something else. But the bean burrito is like where it's at.
You know, even enchiladas, they're like simple.
Yeah.
And but they're good.
Oh, I'm a big enchilada guy.
Yeah.
Super enchilada guy.
So you know, sometimes you can go to a restaurant, ask for just a side order enchilada, and you can tell if their food is good or not.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of that's the gauge.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Sometimes you know, you talk to some people. Oh, actually, we can talk about that later because it's kind of off the subject.
Off the subject. Well, we'll be doing another one, so we're kind of coming to that time. But she did say, I get it every time I go there. I'm in a long-term relationship with that burrito. That burrito comes from a family whose parents stayed together, went to an Ivy League school, eats only organic, never smoked a day in its life, goes to church every Sunday, and donates to multiple charities. She's saying it's wholesome. She's saying it's delicious. She's saying it's the best thing ever. It is a thing of beauty and perfection. Also, the Hollenbeck chalupa is fire, obviously. She said.
Fire. Yeah.
So here's the thing. Holly, what she's doing, she wants to be on that menu. She wants that to be called the Holly Bean Burrito. The holy
bean burrito.
The holy Holly Bean Burrito. You're gonna be naming menu items with everybody.
For sure.
So we've got other content coming up. So I'm gonna do my best right now just to kind of like ease up on it. So real quick though, because we're gonna record another one. I don't want to take all the content. I want to do two things. I want you to give some shout outs if you can. So think of that in your head. Who you're going to shout out, who maybe someone that's in your life that's from maybe when you were a kid, maybe a teacher, maybe somebody now, maybe a frequent customer. I don't know. Just think about the shout outs for a moment. Also, we want to know where we can find you. So where can we find you on social media? Okay. And then I'm almost there. I think I said two things, but I have three things. The deals. What's the thing? Any deals? Any full body cast deals if someone rolls through? Think on that for a moment. I'm putting you on the spot, throwing a hot coal at you, and you got to juggle it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start out with the shout outs. Who you got shouting out?
That's a hard one. I just sometimes you think a lot of people deserve, you know, some people believe in second chances, you know.
Yeah.
And some people give you a second chance, and that I don't know. I know. Well, this guy, he helped me a lot and never asked anything in return. And his name is Chip. I don't know. I can't remember his last name because he moved out of state, and he lives in Montana. But hopefully, if he ever hears that, I still appreciate him.
And any like detail on that? You want to keep it just a shout out to Chip?
Yeah, just a shout out to Chip.
Just a shout out to Chip. All right,
Yeah.
Chip, right on. He's over in Montana. You said?
Yeah, and then there's a lady also. There's a couple ladies. Sometimes you don't ever. I mean, the most shout outs is your family because they're the ones that are always with you,
Right.
And good times and bad times. But so I don't know. I don't think that really counts because they already know.
Right.
But there's another lady. Her name is Stephanie. She does my menus, and I don't know. I feel like she gave me a second chance.
Right on.
Yeah. So she designs my menus.
So she's the one that hooks you up there too.
Oh, I don't know. She doesn't. I don't know. She does amazing work.
Gives you the quality is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Hooks
she
you up
does
the
amazing
quality.
work,
Good. Right on. I like that. That's heartfelt right there. Like some people are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna shout out my buddy over there, man. We always get crazy, and then you're like,
And Corinne.
Corinne.
Let's not
Stupid
forget
girl.
Corinne. Yeah.
Stupid girl. We got some more from Corinne. Well,
Yeah.
we got some more. I think she has one more comment that I want to throw at you, but we'll save it for the next one because I laughed when she said it, actually. So that's a little teaser for you. Okay. So
right.
shout out. Where can we find you?
Facebook at Andres Cardenas.
Yeah.
That's what I'm mostly on, I guess.
And then Mazatlan, throw out the shout out
yeah.
for Mazatlan. What's you guys been taking pictures of people, throwing it on there?
Throw it on there, yeah.
You guys got some cool deals coming. I mean, every week, I should say, Sunday, it's like a kids eat for
99 cents.
99 cents. It's nothing.
Yeah.
So a couple entrees with the parents, and then the kids eat off the kid menu for like 99 cents, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Does that pack out there during the
Sundays are pretty busy. I mean, they're hit or miss. I believe some days, some Sundays are really busy. Some Sundays are kind of so-so. But
I got a great question for you in the next one too. So don't worry, we're gonna hold off on that too. And then what's the deal? What Full Buddy Cast? If someone walks up and says, "Andy, I listened to your episode, and now I'm hungry." I've had that. Mike Martinez has hit me up because we were talking about the Hollenbeck Chalupa, and he's driving home, and he's like, all I can think about is Mazatlan right now. He goes, I'm driving all my I'm picking up Katie and all the other kids, and we're heading all the way out to Mazatlan. Not all the way out to Mazatlan. We're heading out to Mazatlan, and we're eating there. You've made me hungry on my drive home from work. So if they show up, so if you're getting hungry, you're listening to this, you're like, oh, you know what? I want to hit that up. I want to support Mazatlan. I want to support Andy. Hey, also, I want to support Travis and Full Buddy Cast. What can they, what is it? What do you got? You got a cool deal? VIP treatment?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to think about it, but I don't know. We'll think about it and see what we can do.
We'll think about it. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So if someone says up, hey, listen to the episode, it'll be a surprise.
Yeah.
Okay. There'll be something. There'll be a special. There might be something for you. Andy will think about it.
Maybe we can do it like a certain word with a certain amount of money off.
Okay.
That we can say, okay, this is the word
of
the week.
This is the word of the week. So this is the word of the week. I kind of feel like they should spell your name
to get the deal.
To get the deal. They got to spell it correctly, though.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Sure.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
So if you go up there, you spell Andy's name, wink. This could be a trick question because you're thinking Andy in your head. You're like, okay, I know how to spell Andy. Or do you? And then you can hit that up, and then you get some money off.
Yeah.
Okay?
We'll do something. Yeah.
Figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Anything you want to say on the way out?
No, they'll just have to wait to listen to the next one.
Listen to the next one. All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening. Andy, great having you on. Go visit Mazatlan. Go get the Hollenbeck Chalupa. Go get whatever menu item that I have. I don't have it yet, but I like the Kenny Arsada or also the TKO. Whatever that is. Even if you order the carne asada, you're going to get it anyways. There probably won't be a deal on it, but just order it as the Kenny Arsada. Or carne asada, Kenny Arsada. I can't say it right. All right. Anyway, I'm all over the board on this. This is going to be freaking terrible to edit. Thanks, everyone, for listening. Have a good day.